Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, to the Perfect One, to the Supremely Enlightened One. Grateful salutations to our Dhamma teacher, Most Venerable Bhadabhantiji. Homage to Guru Bhante and Most Venerable Maha Sangha. And welcome to all the Venerable monks and nuns. Metta to Upasakas and Upasikas. A very hearty Dhamma-full greetings to everybody. And I welcome all of you for this Sunday morning Dhamma program. As Bhante was teaching meditation, and he mentioned about how precious is this human life. How precious to be born in the time when the Buddha Sasana stays alive. How precious to deeply contemplate on the life's realities. When our day and night are passing relentlessly, when time just passes swiftly, what a wise person should do. Today we are also going to discuss in the same line, continuing from where Bhante has just left. I will pick up the thread. How to accumulate and fill up our life with goodness. Because take an example, while there is rain and rain falls and you have an umbrella with you, and that umbrella is protecting from you for not to get wet. Likewise, when there is rain and you put a water pot outside, and drop by drop that water pot also gets full. Similarly, taking this life, if it is momentary and we are born for a period of time, and then what we have to do is to accumulate as many as Kusala karmas in our life. Whether we are Buddhist or non-Buddhist or anybody, but we know there is existence of wholesome and unwholesome, Kusala and Akusalas. But the Kusalas bring safety and security, happiness and well-being in so many ways, whereas the unwholesome brings miseries and dukkha. It's very simple as that. And we experience this in our daily life. We encounter them in daily life. Every day, morning till evening, we see that. We realize that. But why don't we change a little bit? Why don't you understand the cause and conditions? The Buddha says in one occasion that Pamatassacha apaya mukhang. For a heedless man, he is going towards apaya. That means one person who always does unwholesome deeds, he is going towards apaya. I mean, woeful plains, towards unhappiness. So, akusala is synonymous with unhappiness and miseries. So, what are the ways then to cultivate, accumulate, fulfill our life with goodness? There are 5 ways I'm going to discuss about this. 5 such ways that we can actually do that and practice it in our daily life. It's not so difficult. The first thing is that we should have a wise attention and clear understanding, or we can have a right attitude towards our life. It is called Yonisa Manasikara in Pali. Yonisa Manasikara means wise attention or clear comprehension of the cause and conditions. And understanding that cause, you try to improve and transform yourself. And understanding of cause and condition means the cause and condition of happiness and unhappiness. It is a part of your right view. Many times when we don't have right views, then wrong view take over and we really don't progress in our life. Rather progression, we go downwards, you see, and that becomes an obstacle in the Dhamma practice as well. So when we contemplate and reflect in a correct way by understanding the deeper realities, then we understand, human life is really very short. And my health, my strength is not going to be there all the time. I'm also growing older and becoming sick. And we are actually friends in the sickness, friends in death and old age. We are all in the same line. Maybe somebody is growing a little bit faster, but we are all following the same line and same sequence. Therefore, we have to do something, and there is nothing greater to start with generosity. Start with sharing with your families, sharing with your relatives, maybe material things if you are able to do that, or sharing your metta, sharing your loving kindness and compassion and encouraging others to do merit. Because how many times we might have born in this samsara, but in very few occasions we actually come across Buddha Dhamma Sangha, or we meet the Dhamma. And this life is one of that. We take it granted that encountering this Buddha Sasana, I encounter it the next life or the subsequent life. There's no such guarantee that you can really meet the Buddha Sasana, or you born at a time where the Sasana is still alive. Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, you can at least hear about them. You can go to monastery like this, you can listen to the Dhamma. Are you sure about it? When you contemplate in this way, that is called Yoniso Manasikara. And this is a very important factor, a driving force to accumulate merits. Many times, like why you are here, why some other people are not here. Why you understand this, the importance of this, but where many people, they don't realize it. It is purely the understanding, the views and attitude towards their lives. So, when you have this Yonisa Manasikara, then you practice Shila before you grow old, before your body becomes infirm and lacking in strength. For example, now some of the young people, they can at least skip the night meal. Maybe you can practice Atta Sila. But when you grow a bit older, even though you want to keep that, but you cannot. When doctors say, no, you have to take some food and you have to take medicine. So you cannot follow 8 precepts. So when you are young or having strength, we have to start. And you have to start till our last breath. Some people say that, okay, I will follow Sila just for Sundays or some Uposatha days. But according to Dhamma, this is your Sila. It is benefit, it is good to keep the Sila till your old age, till you die. till your deathbed, keep the sila. Because this sila is the real protection for you. So Yonisa Manasikara is a very important quality. And this is a part of wisdom. This is an aspect of right understanding. And then you can also practice meditation to improve your mind. Meditation is not to do anything, not to gain anything, but to lose yourself, to make your mind lighter, your mind empty. Right? Or building a beautiful vihara in your heart. Building a beautiful vihara in your heart. So the second factor is depending on the Kalyana Mitta, Satpurisata. Satpurisha Anusaya, it is called in Pali. Now here Satpurisa means starting from your parents, your teacher, your Kalyana, your friends, the real friends. When you are dependent on them, when you're associating with these wise people, this becomes a condition for you to cultivate merits. Because parents are our first benefactors. When you're born, for example, in our childhood days, maybe we may not have gone to school or college, but when you see your mother or father, maybe she has kept some share, a portion of very tasty dishes for you. She never takes that food. She thinks, oh, my son will come back from the school and she will eat this. And how happy she is. He will be, she or she. That mother compassion and the mother's love, we still remember. There is no big Dhamma in the book or anywhere, but we remember how great is my mother, how great is my father. And that becomes a lesson throughout our life. And for my instance, I also had my mother used to, in the school days, we go to tuitions, my mother used to wait when my son will come. And she will keep something, maybe fruits or something to eat. So mother and father are the great benefactors. They are the Satpurisa. And then when you grow up, our teachers, our Dhamma teachers, most importantly our Dhamma teachers, though our parents teach us some skills or behaviors or wisdom, but the Dhamma teachers gives a new fragrance and new beauty to our life. Similarly, your friends, to whom you're associating, the friends, they also influence you. You associate with good friends who always encourage you to do good, and they give you wise advice, and they encourage you. They are not jealous about you. They remain just the same. There's one more character of good friends is they rejoice with your good. They never blame or take pleasure in your failure. And they remain same all the time. A good friend. So when you are living with this Satpurisa, you see, the Satpurisa, then that becomes a condition, a factors to accumulate punya. And that is the truth. Now, here, we all are here because of some good person have guided you in your life. Somewhere in our life, we come in contact either with teachers, with friends, with anybody, or parents. Maybe for the children, for them parents, because they bring to the vihara. And for their children, parents becomes a kalyana jana. Not just ordinary, they are kalyana. So the second factor just now I mentioned is associating with wise, and it's a blessing. Mangala Sutta, many of you already know that Mangala, and you must be chanting every day because Mangala, Sutta, Ratana, Karaniya, these are the three great blessings. These suttas, everybody, all of you must remember these suttas. So the first thing is this, asevana cha balanang panditanang cha sevana, right? And revering to those who are worthy of reverence is a great blessings. So the third factor which we're going to discuss is that the Saddhamma Savana. Yes. Now, you are listening to the Dhamma. Okay. When you listen Dhamma, you have clarity and wisdom, understanding and so on. But most importantly, listening to the Dhamma, then you act the Dhamma in your life. When you listen about dana, dana anisansa, the benefits of dana, when the Bhantes, the teachers, they teach you, and the Buddha also teaches, about dana or sila or meditation. Maybe you might not have known this before till you listen to the Dhamma. Till you listen to the Dhamma, then you realize it. Then you know importance of Dhamma. If you don't listen to the Dhamma, then how you know the importance and how are you going to translate this or put into practice? And then you yield or reap the benefit. So, and practically you also test, the delicious taste of Dhamma through your practice. So Dhamma Savana, when you say Dhamma Savana is a blessing, Dhamma Savana is a merit, what it actually is that you practice it. Listening to the Dhamma, let's say Buddha says, Danang dadantu saddhaya, silang rakhantu sabpada, bhavana virata hontu. That means when the Buddha encourages us to do dana, sila and bhavana, that means it is for our good. That means it is for wholesomeness. It is for developing that goodness in us. When you have a lot of dana and you do it with saddha, then you have longevity, you have beauty, you have strength, you have a lot of followers, you have authority. These blessings you get. This is a proven thing. This is, you can verify here and now, during Buddha's time or even now. Sila, for example, Sila has its own beauty. A virtuous man has no fear, no guilty, no remorse. He can face any audience and he has a very bright skin and bright face because he is nothing to remorse, because he is at least following this Panchasila, the 5 universal moral code of conduct. And for him or her, the 5 precepts is the basic, the fundamental. In fact, these 5 precepts is so wonderful. You don't need any other wealth. You have this Panchasila with you, and then you have a lot of happiness and blessings with you already. So keeping that Panchasila is a condition also to grow in Dhamma, to cultivate that merits in your life. And meditation, bhavana, when you talk about when Bhantes give you desana, okay, meditate, observe your breath. It is good because it can calm down the mind. Rest of the things just agitate the mind all the time. When the Bhante teach you, give metta, that means remove anger. It is good to remove your anger. You see, when we say that contemplate on the life's realities, that means humble down, remove your ego, I-ness, mine-ness, and me, and so on. Realize this. So, listening to this the wonderful teachings and becomes an important factor to grow in Dhamma. Unless you listen and pay attention, you may think, oh, what is there to listen to Dhamma? Okay. We have, then you won't be able to get this benefit. So, we also encourage you in many discourses, we give importance of listening Dhamma, because this is a factor of cultivating merits. The number 4 is Pubecha Kata Punyata. Pubecha Kata Punyata. No. Patirupa Desavaso. Number 4 is Patirupa Desavaso. Residing in a suitable locality, a suitable place. Now, what is a suitable place? Where one can reside and not only compatible for your material prosperity, but for the Dhamma prosperity, for the Dhamma growth. Many places have enough to fulfill our needs, material needs. But where the place where there is no Dhamma, there is no Sasana, that place is blind. Because there is no light of Dhamma. There is no chance, no opportunity to grow further. So, place like India and or anywhere, not only in context of India, anywhere where we have Buddha Dhamma Sangha, that place is beautiful place. Where we can hear the teachings, where we can go and offer dana, where we can meditate, where we can make our mind more peaceful, do bhavana, fulfill our parami. These places are really suitable place. Also, it matters the climate conditions, where you have a moderate climate, where you have neither too hot nor too cold, where you have no difficulties, like Bengaluru, for example. All of you are very fortunate to have vihara right in the middle of this city. All because of Bhadabhante. Where you have a flourishing Sangha, a thriving community, where you can do punya. Many places, for example, even though they're willing to do something, to share something, they cannot. There is no receiver. There is no receiver there. Even though they want to meditate, no meditation center. Want to learn Dhamma, no Dhamma teacher. Want to go and pay respect to the monks. Very hard to see monks. You see. So when you realize the importance of Patirupa Desavaso, suitable place, and then you set yourself on the right path. A suitable place matters. Be it in a home. If you have a very good home, you have a clean and peaceful home, then you can meditate there. If the home is chaotic, how can you meditate there? When home you doesn't practice Dhamma, not even follow Panchashila, and then how can you think there will be peace and harmony and cordiality or friendship. Not possible. So, suitable place also your home. How do you decor your home? Not with all your things, but with real Dhamma qualities. That's important. And when I talk about then setting yourself on the right path, that means you set yourself on cultivating Dhamma further. Right? In the path of virtue, path of collectedness, concentration, and wisdom. The next quality in this, I have so far mentioned 4. Number 5 is Pubbechakata Punyata. Pubbechakata Punyata. Now, no doubt we all have merits, because in this endless journey, in one of the sutta, Anamatagga Sutta, this vast, endless samsara. We don't know our past, we don't know our future. In this endless and aimless samsaric journey, as I said, we may have met the Buddha or the Dhamma and Sangha maybe few times. And because of those meetings like this, like now, we must have performed and cultivated merits in the past. And through our body, through our mind, through generosity, in so many ways, maybe. Because of those past karma, because those past good deeds, we are now here. We catapult into this life, where our past karma is giving result now. But now what we do is matter again. As I said, the importance of meeting, coming in contact with the sasana, and you are in the sasana now. Now what you do is, again, you set yourself on the path of Dhamma. You set yourself in cultivating and accumulating merits. Everything what we deserve and what we are getting, it all depends on our punya. Punya sabbasa sadhakang. In some simple way, punya is responsible. It's a treasure. Now, in how this, sometimes it is important to give you an instance, an example, then we understand better. Now, no doubt we are in a very good position in affluent society, or where we have riches and wealth and name and fame and so forth. But as I said, if you don't have clear awareness and yonisa manasikara, then you may miss that opportunity. If life also, you may miss this life, whole life also. Not appreciating what you have. Similar story in Buddha's time. It's not a story, it's a real episode. And one person named was Vilalapadaka. Vilalapadaka means a pushy fit person, Vilalapadaka. He's walking like a pushy, that person. So, but very rich man in Savatthi, but he has different kind of views. The views of not sharing and not giving, and he doesn't want to reduce his own wealth. But one old man, very good man, maybe upasakas like you, he heard a Dhamma discourse from Lord Buddha, and these upasakas, filled with so much of saddha and joy, he realized that if I offer dana by myself, then I will enjoy my wealth all alone. If I offer charity with collectively and involving so many people, then I will have more followers. That is the result of giving dana together. When you give dana together, then you have more followers. You see, more retinues, more followers with you. So he heard this Dhamma discourse, and then he goes on asking people, and such date we have a dana ceremony at Savatthi, Jetavana. So whoever wants to take part, I know, you are welcome. Whatever you offer, it is welcome. So like that, some people they offer, big dana, and some of them they offer very little. So like that, this man comes at the door of this man, wealthy man, very wealthy, but he's so stingy and exceedingly miserly person. He just did a pinch of his finger, one pinch of jaggery, one pinch of rice, one pinch of butter. I mean, he was disgusted. Why this man is coming to me? You want to offer dana? Offer by yourself. No, why you are announcing everybody? But that man never mind, and he said, fine, thank you, Upasakaji, very good. You offer this dana, I will keep it separately. So he kept that dana, pinch of good ghee, thoda sa small pinch of rice. So much of stingy, that man. But when that old man is keeping that dana separately, and he realized that, okay, why he keeping this small dana separately? There's something maybe in his mind. Then he sent his servant, hey, go and find out why he kept my dana specifically different. Is he going to disclose and tell everybody that such as a rich man is offering very little? Then my reputation will gone. So then the servant go, and then he saw that man actually putting that the small offering into different, thoda small portion in different bowl, different pots, and arranging the dana for Lord Buddha and his Sangha. So the servant reported that this is the story. He's doing like this. Then he becomes so angry, and he said, this stupid man is going to ruin my name and fame. So I will now go and see what he does. And he hid a knife inside his clothes, and he think that if this man going to disclose my name and tell Lord Buddha and everybody that I offer very little, then I'll starve him there. So thinking that, he goes to Jetavana to rejoice with the dana. But somewhat this rich man has punya, no doubt. But as I said, he has punya before, but now he is not willing to do anything. He has Buddha and his community, Sangha, there to receive. But even though the Buddha is there, the Sangha is there, but he has different kind of view. He doesn't want to share or rejoice in dana. But when he goes there, then this old man encouraged all the upasakas and upasikas. He says, such and such man has offered this, and we rejoice with him. May his dana bears great punya. And he says, he lists out all the names, whether small or big, whatever dana, like that. So when this Vilalapadaka name comes, he also said, Vilalapadaka has offered very good dana of this rice and jaggery and butter, and I put it in, I share with everybody. O Lord, may his dana also bears great punya. And so like that, he disclosed and informed that this is why so many people are involved with dana. But he never discouraged whether you give small or little. he gave equally he prays to everybody. In a vast gathering, Savatthi, and those days in Savatthi, there are so many millions of Aryas and millions of devotees in that city. So when Vilalapadaka realized his metta, this old man's metta, and he actually did not disparage him or look down upon him for his little contribution, then his heart just melted down. Then he realized, oh, my intention was to kill that man, but now what I'm going to do? I had a really wrong thought in my mind. So he straight away went to this person, the old man, and apologized. He says, my old man, and you are such a pious man, and you have really involved all of us. You gave us an opportunity to share dana and accumulate merits. I was so blinded. I was so fooled by all my riches. I was so miserly and stingy. Please forgive me, my friend. Then his attitude changed. Vilalapadaka, that non-generous attitude transformed into a generous attitude. A greedy mind changed into a benevolent mind, a happy mind. A hateful and vengeance mind transformed into a lovely mind. So, this is an instant where we can really change our course of life, where we can set ourselves on the right path, and realizing the importance of accumulating the punya in this life, then we shouldn't leave any opportunity. Right? Like Vilalapadaka, he has paramis. In fact, he became a Sotapana later on when the Buddha said that don't underestimate the power of punya. Little by little, if you do it habitually, then your life will be full. Let's just give an example of the rain. When you put a pot outside, or you drop by drop, you put a water pot, and overnight that water pot can be filled. So that is the Dhammapada, a background incident, how this Vilalapadaka man, this person, transformed and become an ardent and devout disciple of Bhagavan Buddha. So today you realize this, the 5 essential factors of accumulating punya. Many times, maybe you are doing it, but you do it with right understanding. You do it every day. You contemplate wisely. You associate with wise your teacher, parents, and friends. And then you listen the Dhamma. Now, listening Dhamma, maybe you can do it at home. You see, listening to the discourses of teachers, they can really inspire you. When you are in your mood, nowadays, sometimes when our mood goes off and too much of sense information and we are so tensed up, what we do is we do something else. But that time, you have to listen Dhamma. You have to listen Dhamma to cheer up your mind, to correct your mind, to correct your thinking, or meditate. Right? So, then you have Kalyana Mitra, as I said, then suitable place, and place and locality where dwelling, and realizing the importance of punya in the past and now, correlating that past in the present, and because of your present deeds, it will be in the future. right? The story of this Vilalapadaka is a wonderful example of transforming our mind. So today, I hope may you all live with this wisdom of Lord Buddha. May you all be mindful about these factors, these essential things in our life. Don't take it for granted. You know, as I said, every day if you continuously do, then your life is full with goodness. And when you are full with goodness, then you are more happier, more contented. You know, life is more meaningful. So with this, we will like to conclude here. May the blessings of Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, blessings of Bharabante, and all the Sangha, Holy Sangha, be with you all the time. May you keep growing in Dhamma and blessings, and ultimately see and realize the Dhamma in the dispensation of Lord Buddha. May you all be happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.